Hello guys, this is Spicy, and this is going to be a review on the premium Bandai high-grade Universal Century HGUC 144 scale RX-78-XX Gundam Pixy. So, this design was originally from the game Kido Senshi Gundam Cross Dimensions 0079 for the PlayStation 2, I believe. And yeah, obviously it's based on the game. And it was released as an anthology bundle on the PlayStation 4 as part of Mobile Suit Gundam Side Stories. Something. Well, we'll take a look at the box real quick and find out what it was. I just forgot, even though I just did the unboxing video a couple of days ago. Anyway, this kit was actually released in June 2018. I just got it late because I was on the fence about it because, I honestly rather have that kit than this kit because, nowadays money is kind of an issue. But, well, money for hobbies is kind of an issue. Me and my wife are deciding to, make some large purchases. So, anyway, like I said, obviously, this kit is somewhat inferior in terms of articulation compared to some of these newer Origin kit, which has like really new, really good engineering and design, and while some of the older HGUC kit just kind of lacking in terms of that newly upgraded articulation. But either way, it's still a very nice kit. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the box real quick. And yes, if you want to learn more about where the suit come from, it's apparently just called the Mobile Suit Gundam Side Story. That's it, Side Stories for the PlayStation 3, which is released in 2004. I wouldn't read too much about this. This is like a word-for-word translation from Japanese to English, so it's really bad. It's like pretty much they just take the Japanese and Google Translate that. Kind of like the Spanish stuff I used to do on this channel, which doesn't make any sense. Anyway, this kit retail is 2,000 yen in Japan. You can probably get this kit in the United States for around 42 US dollars. Or a little bit more, depends on where you shop. I got this kit at my preferred Gunpla store at www.tatsuhobby.com. Just keep in mind, supply will be limited, and if you would like to get this kit, you have to do special reservation. Just so you can be able to, get a chance to get this kit, because it's premium Bandai kits are hard to come by, and they usually get them in very low numbers. So anyway, we have here some leftover parts. Some of these are just duplicate parts from the runner. We got the waist parts, some forearm armor parts, another faceplate right there, and the rest of these are inner frame parts. We got the part of the shield from the ground Gundam, inner frame parts for the feet, and all these carry over from the Blue Destiny Unit 1, 2, 3. So that's why I didn't bother even buying or building the ground Gundam. Well, obviously, first off, it's a Gundam, and I'm a Xeon guy, and you get the picture. Anyway, I always try to get my Gundams in very low numbers because I don't want to have more Gundams than I have Zaku's and the Mono stuff. So anyway, I used up all the fall stickers. It's actually not that bad, and then I used up one of the stickers for the that heart symbol. Yeah, like to get arrow through the heart. And right here we have the build instructions. Very simple, just not color whatsoever. Typical premium Bandai. And yeah, so show you some XL parts. Basically, mostly inner frame parts and duplicate parts. That's it. So it's not too bad. And for leftover parts, we have the machine gun from the ground Gundam. It's just missing the magazine. If you can find, if you have another, maybe from you can source one from one of your Blue Destinies, or if you have a ground Gundam, you can just take one of the magazines from the waist and give it to this guy. So now he has a 150mm machine gun versus two of these smaller 90mm submachine guns. And I don't know, my phone keep getting hot for some reason. And it just keeps turning out the flash. I don't know why. So I might have to contact or get a new phone. Anyway, here we have the submachine guns. This lighting is terrible. Let me see if I can do something about it. Okay, hopefully that's a little better. So we have these submachine guns. Now I do like this new gimmick here where they give you this hand that's molded into the trigger. That way you don't have to fiddle around with this too much. You can just yeah, just stick the parts on there. And what's really nice is yeah, you can actually take out the handle right here and do something else with it. So let's try that real quick. So basically what you can have is you can take the remove the lower part of the hand, and then you can stick this on there. Like I said before in the unboxing, this looks really silly. I mean, basically you have a beam dagger underneath the gun, and I don't know, this is definitely not my cup of tea. But you know, you can do whatever you want with it if you decided to get the kit for yourself. And yeah, it's okay. It's not terrible, but it's just a little bit too weird for me. Anyway, what's really cool is you can attach the regular handles right there, and this will fit onto the back skirt. So that's very nice. I like that. That's pretty cool. And yeah, let's get rid of these. Obviously, we have two of these beam saber effect parts, beam dagger effect parts, and then we have this very nice slashing motion beam dagger effect part. I wish we see more of these in future kits, especially for Xeon kits, and you know, maybe other line as well. So anyway, here we have the trigger fingers molded into the trigger. Very nice. I like that new design. Hopefully they'll do that for the rest of the kits from now on, because I really don't like fiddling around with the hand where you have to pry the hand open, stick the weapon in, and then like reassemble it. It's every time, it's just so frustrating. And yeah, obviously in terms of detail and articulation, you can't really compare to some of the newer Origins kits. I think the Origins line has just gone a whole new direction there, trying to be more like a real grade than a high grade. But yeah, I mean, in terms of articulation, detail, and you know, stickers, the Origin kit is really doing a number on the high grade Universal Century kits. But you know, it's a different line. It's cool either way. I'm becoming bigger fan of the Origins kit nowadays compared to Universal Century, because you know, it's very Xeon heavy, and even some of the Federation kits that they're coming out has been really good. So anyway, let's go ahead and talk about articulation. So let's get rid of the weapons and talk about the articulation. So anyway, this retained a lot of the older high grade Universal Century design. So don't expect some super amazing articulation out of this kit. I think the articulation style probably goes back to 2014. Yeah, late 2014, 2018. And Bandai has actually came a long way since then in terms of, especially for the HGUC line. Some of the newer kits has some really good articulation. So anyway, newer kit, when we're talking about the Ifrit, we're talking about the Galbaldi and stuff like that. Anyway, so let's go ahead and talk about the articulation. So we have the feet articulation right here. Very nice. This is on the ball joint. You can rotate that. And then we have a hinge right there. The toe can articulate, which is nice. This is like something that sets it apart from the other kits. So yeah, you can have it in somewhat more dynamic poses with the feet like that. So you can have it go into an angle or something like that. Anyway, and then obviously we got the double jointed knees, so the knee can bend more than 90 degrees like that. That's very nice. And then we have the obvious thigh cut right here. And we also have this hinge right here. Let me think this is better demonstrated. When we moving the leg, you can see that, right? Yeah, I wish I still have the flash on the camera. Oops, and it kind of fell apart on me. But either way, you can see the hinge right there. Maybe it's better if I just disassemble it and show it to you guys. Yeah, it's not that hard to put it back together anyway. So you can rotate this. So you get the extra articulation right there. Obviously, we got the peg hole right here for the hip. Individual front skirt, you do have to cut them individually. And then we got the side skirt here, which is on the polycap. And the side skirt, you can actually hold the handle for the beam daggers. So let's go ahead and remove the effect part. Stick that in here like so. Stick that in here like so. And let's go ahead and reattach the legs. This is just a polycap, so it's a universal joint right there, polycap like that. Rotate that, so you get very nice range of motion right there. That's very nice, very nice. Okay, I like that. Okay, obviously you can see that the waist is connected via this ball joint polycap. And now I do have a complaint with this kit. So kind of like the Garibaldi, it has that ball joint thing that go into the chest. And well, unlike the Garibaldi, that thing like to fall apart. This thing is actually very, very hindered. Like, there's really not much you can do. Yeah, I mean, it's really nothing, not really much to write home about. I mean, I'm not overall impressed whatsoever with this. It's kind of like that Blue Destiny thing, except it's better because it doesn't fall apart. So let me show you guys how that works. So yeah, basically you have this ball joint that attached to this peg right here, that attached to another peg, and you can see there's already stress mark on it. So very similar to the design of the Blue Destiny Unit 1 and the Ground Gundam. So that could be problematic. So yeah, anyway, just so you guys are aware of that. And every single time I'm trying to attach this thing kind of want to fall apart on me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push this part all the way down like that. That way it stays in there properly. And I'm going to stick it in here like that. Okay, maybe that will fix it, but you know, the ab crunch is still, it's almost non-existent. Like, I can't do any side to side, and I don't think I built this wrong, so I think it is what it is. Okay, let's go ahead and put the backpack back on. So you're kind of limited in terms of the waist articulation there. Yeah, so you can kind of do it once it's attached, but that's mostly because of the ball joint on the waist. If you pull it up, that's the waist ball joint doing all the work. So yeah, it's lacking in that department. Obviously, whoops, what is going on? Okay, anyway, let's pop that back in there. The head's obviously on the hinge and it's sitting on the ball joint, so you can rotate the head like that. And yeah, the head, I really like the design of the head. It's kind of like it's like a nice take on the RX-78. It's a very nice take on the RX-78. And obviously for the shoulders, we have the polycap system right here, swing out polycap, so you get a butterfly action right there. Nowhere as nice as the Origin kit with that new style articulation where you can flip up and down and side to side. That's really nice, but this is okay too. This is I know, like I said before, it's a little bit older style articulation, but it's still very good compared to what's out there today, compared to other brands, from Kotobukiya and you know, other companies. Okay, so anyway, we have the ball joint here, and the shoulder armor can move. Go hinge the shoulder up, the arm can go perpendicular like that, can go up like that, very nice, like that. And we have the bicep swivel right there, double jointed elbows, very nice. We got the ball joint here. This is the same connection point as the Blue Destiny and the Ground Gundam kits. So it's a hard plastic piece connecting to a ball joint right there. So yeah, and grab one of these, stick that here, and grab one of the machine guns on the waist, pop this in here like so. There we go. Actually, well, we might just have to do it both hands now. Yeah, this is a cool look. I like this. Okay, so yeah, definitely a nice kit. I definitely recommend it. It's. I mean, if you can look past the little flaw on the chest section, overall this is a very nice kit, and the armor is all brand new. So it's pretty much the inner frames, in terms of articulation, it's pretty much the Ground Gundam or the Blue Destiny, but all the armor parts are brand new. So you're essentially getting a completely new kit anyway. But yeah, it's very nice, very minimal on the stickers, and the sticker that it came with, like these ones, are not so great, but it's not like a deal breaker. You just make sure you apply it properly, and wouldn't really give you any issues. Yeah, in fact, I don't really have any complaints about these stickers after putting them on. So it's a very nice kit. Obviously, like I said before, you can't compare this to some of the newer Origins kits. Those are superior in terms of detail and articulation. But you know, if you like the look of the Gundam Pixy, I definitely recommend picking this one up. It's yeah, it's a premium Bandai that's worth getting. Unlike the rest, most of the premium Bandai are just pretty much straight up recolors. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this review. I hope you guys find the information helpful. Stay tuned for more videos. I'll be doing some more different kind of action figures, high-end adult collectible action figures in 1/6 scale, hopefully soon. And hopefully I can get some more, maybe borrow some from friends to review. As you guys know, those stuff can be pretty expensive. But for the time being, I'll stick with Gunpla. You know, it's affordable and I enjoy building them. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.